Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Steven with Cannin, and we're here to take a deep dive into iAnthus this week out of New York, New York. One of the bigger, not the biggest, but one of the bigger vertically integrated growers and retailers in the United States. They're in 11 states now. And in the news recently because they just completed purchasing MPX, another intrastate concentrate producer. So some big things from iAnthus. But we're here for the technicals, so let's jump over to the pricing chart and see what we can see. You'll see we're looking at ITHUF, which is iAnthus's OTC ticker. They're also traded on the CSE up north. Again, we're using our Hakanashi. And we're showing a couple different lagging indicators. The first we've talked about many times, a smooth moving average and an exponential moving average. This one's colored. It's kind of neat where in periods of up, it's a ratio of exponential over the SMA, which follows pricing much closer, as you can see, than either one by itself. But it's also colored, so green when it's up and red when it's down. So it makes it a nice indicator. And look how responsive it is to price when we take that ratio. Also looking at fairly low periods, right? Only 8 periods, so really responsive. We're also looking at the CCI. The CCI we've looked at a number of times. The commodity channel index, typically above 0 or below 0 tells us something. Above 100 or below minus 100 is usually a trigger as well. And then the RSI, the relative strength index, we've looked at many times. Above 70, overbought. Below 30, oversold. But these are momentum indicators, so using them by themselves oftentimes will lead to pretty rough results, whipsaws in many scenarios. But I just want to show you when they're used together how awesome they are, how they complement each other. So let's look at our EMA. We get a switch right here from red to green, and there are lots of those. But at this particular switch, we just are exiting on the CCI. We're exiting this low period, and we're beginning to come up, cross 0, and enter into this high region. So that's the trend that I want you to see. Don't just pay attention to the peaks and the troughs. Pay attention to the slope of the line. And do the same here for RSI. Look what's happened from October till the end of the year. Most people are ignoring the RSI. But that same point, right around the end of the year, 28th of December, we get the same momentum. And the slope is the same as the CCI. So it's going up. So we have a nice trend here, although we haven't hit above 70. And we have the nice trend here, although we haven't hit above 100. But look at the trend, look at the trend, look at the trend of the moving average ratios. These things are doing the same thing. And had we used this as not a caution, but as actually an entry point to get into the trade, and watched our momentum verify our hypothesis that there was going to be some price gains, we would have been able to capture much of this initial move. Similarly, and it's lining up to do the same thing right now, but in the opposite direction, if we use this period of overbought nature, and we see that our ratio is now turning red, what we're going to watch for is this same trend to come back down, continue through the line, continue all the way back down to below 30 on the RSI. And the theory would be price would continue to come down here, maybe into the low 5 range, and you might be able to capture maybe 40, 50 cents there. So always use these momentum indicators, especially the lagging ones like the moving averages, in combination with other things. I hope this was helpful, and let me know if you have any questions or any companies you'd like Cannin to take a look at. Have a great day.